Tommy Wiseau, thanks for being with us.
Hi, how are you?
Great to meet you. Star, director, writer, producer of The Room. There's a big event coming up, a RiffTrax live event. Can you tell us some about that?
Yeah, we have a special screening of The Room on May 6th and May 12th. There'll be 700 theaters across the country, in the U.S. as well, on May 6th in Canada.
As far as The Room goes, is this the most people that will be seeing it simultaneously in the history of the film?
Yeah, that's the first time actually we have 700, but keep in mind we'll be screening The Room the past 12 years.
Right.
So we're screening all over the world. So actually we have more than 700 theaters, but this time will be the same time. So I'm very happy with that.
So tell us how you came to hook up with the RiffTrax people.
Well, they hook up with me. I don't hook up with them.
Okay, well tell us how that happened.
Well, they call us, contact us, they give us a proposal, and I say it's a pretty good proposal, and I say, I'm not a fan of the RiffTrax. Let's trade down this one, okay?
Okay.
However, I support them because of the, it's different cookie cutter from Hollywood, different entertainment.
Right.
So I like that. So that's why it's the same like The Room. So I don't know if you guys watch The Room or not, but long story short, it's different cookie cutter from Hollywood. A lot of stuff. Right now, I'm speak out very openly about it because sometimes, on the line, people are like, BSing a little bit, I might say that, to be nice,
Right.
So I want to straight out some of the records, everything what you see, The Room is done attentionally, and you can see like on the Blu-ray, on DVD, behind the scene.
Okay.
But anyway, move on, next question, it's your show.
So, you said you're not a fan of RiffTrax in general, but you allow them to
No, it's not allowed. Let's straight down.
Okay.
Allowed and support is two different things.
Okay.
I say I support them because I think they have a good idea, and I support them. Basically, what they're doing as a different entertainment.
Right.
They tackle different audiences, and also I think it will be beneficial for The Room. And plus, I'm pro freedom, so it's nothing wrong when people making fun of the project, in this case, The Room. I've been preaching this for 12 years. So I always say you can laugh, you can cry, you can express yourself, but please don't hurt each other.
Do you think it comes from a place of love for the film, or do you think it comes from somewhere that's a little more mean-spirited? Like when you say that they're making fun of it, when the RiffTrax does their thing, do you think it comes from a place of genuine love of what the film does?
No, not really, because you see, well, I don't know, you may ask them, but I think I told them very openly that in The Room you have many layers of different, dialogue as well, voices, accent, etc., etc. So you can use this very easily. Two is better than three for each crowd, for example. Or you're tearing me apart, Lisa. Okay,
right.
Got it. You see, nice echo. But anyway, so you have many elements from within The Room that you can use it just for fun. And I observed this also in the screening of The Room. Like we have regular screening, as you probably know.
Yeah.
And I have a Q&A, and we screen The Room, like I said, all over the world, worldwide. From Australia, Canada. We have big fans of The Room. So I'm very happy what happened. But the same token, I'm come out and say, hey, I'm speak out here because some of the stuff people don't understand me. I'm American. Yes, I'm American with accent. So what? Beat me. Take my blood, whatever. I'm just teasing. But anyway, move on your question.
Okay,
so again, to respond to your question,
right?
I support them, but I'm not the fan. It's really awkward, but there's nothing wrong when people express themselves, what they want to express themselves.
Right.
So that's where I come from.
So you say you screen all over the world. How many screenings do you go to personally?
I have once a month right now with screenings. We call special events. Like right now we're touring. We just come back from San Francisco and London, so we have really spectacular screenings.
What's the vibe like when you're in the room? Not to make a pun.
You can say whatever.
when you're in the theater while The Room is playing, what do you think it's a different vibe than when people watch it without you?
I think so. So I'm assuming, I don't know, you may ask the fan of The Room the next time. By the way, we have a big event in Los Angeles in June 3rd. That's the 12th anniversary of The Room. So you guys are invited.
Okay, great.
So you will see. You may ask then. I don't know.
Is that a public screening?
Yes.
Where is it going to be
in Westwood. Westwood at the Regent Theater.
And that's June 3rd, 12th anniversary screen.
Yeah, 12th anniversary. We actually, you can go to theroommovie.com. You will see it, the scheduling.
And you're going to be in attendance.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, in person.
So let me transition to.
So let me respond to your question again.
Oh yeah,
you go too fast. I don't know, but I am assuming that it's probably a little different.
Right.
Than you watching without Tommy Wiseau, but I don't know. You may ask him. Continue with your question.
So, back to the making of the film.
Sure.
I met your friend Greg last month.
Okay.
And he mentioned, and he talked a bit. I talked to him quite a bit before another Room Q&A.
Sure, no problem.
About the influences on the film, and you were a big Tennessee Williams Streetcar Named Desire fan. Is that
yes,
that's
I am.
correct?
I still am.
So
yes.
that's a huge influence for you.
Well, I don't know so much influence, but also Citizen Kane, Orson Welles, and also James Dean, and others. But you see, I don't call it so much influence, but it did affect me a certain way.
Right.
It may say influence, but again, as you probably know, did you read the Greg Sestero book?
I did read the book.
Okay, so I'm supporting, you may ask me how much I support it. So I'm responded.
Okay, well then how much do you support the book?
I support only 40% of the book.
Which 40%?
Well, if you look at over a bigger whole, because, you know, some of the stuff is first of all exaggeration. One of example, let me give you example. I used to have retail stores,
right?
Levi's, for example, and you cannot sell Levi's, you know, bootlegging Levi's, meaning not real Levi's. It's completely nonsense. Also, I'm a designer. I don't know if you know. If you ever go to TommyWiseau.com, you will see it. I design underwear, for example.
I've seen the underwear.
You saw it. Oh, wow. Harper, you can wear it. Too bad I
don't know
bring
that
it.
I have the body for it, frankly.
Don't say that. Because we have all sizes.
Well, I mean, right, but I mean, it just may not look as well on me.
Unless
you recommend it.
I recommend it very strongly.
You see me, okay.
We have from size. Again, this is nothing to do with you, but we're from size.
I'm not shy about it.
Extra small to 3Xs.
Okay.
So probably we accommodate you, but it's too bad I didn't bring it today. But
well, I'm definitely gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
So as for the book. We won't touch on the content of the book.
No, wait, let me explain one more time. I say always to you guys, you can say whatever you want. I'm pro-freedom. You can express yourself. You can ask whatever you want.
But I think ultimately the book is a fascinating story.
Yeah, it is.
About even minus all the details about the filmmaking process.
Oh yeah, sure. I agree with that.
And it's an interesting story. And there's filmmaking details in there that you don't necessarily get when you see The Room. You know.
I agree.
But
sometimes it's exaggeration. That's my point.
What's the biggest exaggeration to you? Do you want to answer that?
Well, absolutely. You know, I don't know if you saw just recently. For example, script. He mentioned the script, but not as a detail.
Right.
Because a lot of people say script did not exist, and we actually did a little trailer relate to the script. I don't have the opportunity to look at it, but you can go to again TommyWiseau.com. You will find it. Relate to the script. It's pretty insulting, you know, like imagine you create something, you work so hard and people it's not the question bashing. Critic is fine with me. I don't care about that. But you see, some of the stuff is not just, you know.
Yeah.
I wrote the script, and some of the actors, not per se Greg Sestero, but he actually mentioned in the book, script did exist.
Yeah.
But I give the script copy to somebody else too, not only one or two people, you know.
Yeah.
So the script was available on the site, and we actually prepare like a little trailer, and you will see it. So again, some of our douchebags, you know, they do whatever they wanted, but that's fine with me. But the same talking down wrong, and so we try to straight down the record.
All right. So there's a rumor, not a rumor, but the film is being developed. The book is being developed into a film with James Franco and Dave Franco.
Yes.
And James Franco is slated to play you.
Yes.
And direct the film. You have to have thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is I support them. Number one. Number two, I'm part of it, involved with the project, but I'm not sure how deeply will be involved. But I think he's a good actor. His brother as well. So we see which direction they go. You know, they're producing with Seth Rogen, so they may do this way, they may do that way. You know, so many different ways you can do it.
What sort of input do you have on the film? Are you free to say?
Yes, I can say just a general because they told me not to talk about apparently. But I would tell you just a general and public knows that, you know, they write in script right now, that's my understanding, and they'll be producing hopefully this year. and they will ask me some of the questions, and partially I'm involved. That's all what I can say for now.
So it is going to be the story of The Room.
The Room plus the friendship between me and Greg, I think they will be combined these two topics.
Now, how is the friendship between you and Greg now? Is it still as strong as it was?
We're still talking, but it's not as strong as before. Because again, I will. By the way, I will write a book too. Disaster Artist by Tommy Wiseau. It'll be totally different. You know.
Are you working on that, or is that something you're?
No, actually, I'm working on The Neighbors right now. I don't know if you know.
I do.
The sitcom, we have The Neighbors on Hulu, and we are producing here in Los Angeles. So I'm very happy with that. And I'm working on another project called Foreclosure.
Yeah.
Also, vampire movie, maybe sequel for the. And prequel as well for The Room.
What would a prequel involve? Would it be Johnny's story or?
Johnny's absolutely from Louisiana.
Now, what about a sequel? What would a sequel do?
Would
you bring Johnny back?
Maybe he will be. See, that's the end of. People don't understand that Johnny can survive.
Yeah, well,
You never know.
I don't know how Johnny can survive.
Can survive the bullet.
So tell me about The Neighbors. We touched on it briefly. It's airing on Hulu. Are there 4 episodes out right now?
Yeah, it's right now 4 episodes on Hulu. I'm very happy that they actually, Big Shark tried to, we're working with us, so I like that.
What was your goal with The Neighbors?
Well, I created The Neighbors 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and then I want to experience, do work for TV people basically, because the TV still is. TV never die, We always think that it died, but it still exists, And I think it will be for a long, long time, but different formatted. But eventually, everything end up online, as you know.
Yeah.
So to respond to your question, it's related to pop culture / American culture. That's 100% in The Neighbors. So we have everybody. I don't know if you have opportunity to see it or not.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode.
Oh, you saw it. So we have 4. Yeah. So you have everybody. You have a black, you have Chinese, you have white, you have this, you have that. You have a chicken too.
I saw the chicken.
You know, chicken.
The chicken.
So
chickens are underrepresented, I think, on TV.
Yeah, and you see now we big with chicken. So we actually episode 5, 6, and 7 will be more chickens.
Really?
Chicken,
so are you still in production on it?
Yeah, we're in the production on 4 more because we have a contract. We're under contract. So we're supposed to produce total 8, but actually it will be 12.
Now, so the typical TV process with network television is you shoot 13 episodes, and as you go, you may adjust the scripts as to how the public is reacting.
Right, that's what we do now. Actually, I just a certain degree.
Okay, what's the reaction been to The Neighbors?
Oh, spectacular! You may ask my assistant Raul, who's right here. A long story short, we actually been screening The Neighbors together with The Room. We call Combo. And we actually be screening also in Westwood.
This is the anniversary night?
Yeah, anniversary. Okay. And people really enjoy it. We're screening in London, for example. We're actually screening again because people really wanted to see it. So it's a great, reaction. And actually, I was surprised. For example, New York and DC, we have 11 screenings sold out.
Wow.
Again, we're very happy that actually. The Hulu give us opportunity to actually use the day platform, work with them. So eventually we'll end up in the real TV. That's what direction I'm going. So hopefully these executives say, okay, well, let's try it,
Is that somehow more important to you for it to be on a broadcast network? Or
yes, it is, because I think we can tackle more people, number 1. And plus, I think it's original material, number 2. And number 3, it's pretty interesting. It just, sometimes, you have to... it's original material. I think people will enjoy it. That's my point.
Well, you're going to have to cut the shows down if it airs on network TV.
It's 22 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, because they run, 31, 32?
Actually 22, because
they do?
8 minutes go by commercial unless they change the
formula.
formula.
I may have misread the clock when I was
there. No, they usually were around 22, then 8 minutes, it's all 30.
So you're producing it in mind to be a commercial?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's ready. We're ready to go because you can always cut it, whatever we have.
Right.
Because on Hulu you have like 22, then you have 30, something like that. But you can cut it, you can chop it. Yeah. It's because the scenes are pretty easy to adjust. And also, we are actually adjusting some of the scene, episode 5, 6, and 7, and 8, based on the reaction of people. So in different characters, like we got a good response. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy with that.
So what was behind the decision for you to play 2 roles in the show?
I love it. Why? Because I want to challenge myself as an actor. You know.
Why the blonde wig though?
Well,
Just to be different?
Well, this is not the wig. It's real my hair. For your information, you can. You see, America
How is that possible?
Everything is possible.
So
Live in America.
So your hair, so you have real blonde hair?
Well, let me tell you this way: you watch the show and you enjoy it. Move on, next question.
Okay.
That's the best way.
All right.
Instead to think about what is this and that, whatever.
So were you working on the show?
Well, let me tell you this way. I'll
Okay.
give you one example. Respond to your stuff. You know Richard Gere, right?
Yeah.
So Richard Gere can be naked, right? But Johnny in the room cannot be naked, correct?
Well, we saw your ass.
No,
yeah.
no, it doesn't matter. But I'm just give you ideas. So
Okay.
you see, you have many shows when people changing faces, hairstyle, so they can do it, right?
Okay.
But we in the neighbors cannot do it. That's what you applied, right?
No, I just
No,
wondered.
no, I understand, but I'm just telling you, that's a typical reported stuff. And let me give you another example.
Okay.
So if you have a sold-down show, like we have a New York and in DC,
Right.
11 screening, so you think the reporter should talk about it or should talk about something else?
I'm happy that you're selling
No,
out
I'm just
screenings.
telling you. You see,
Well, but that's
Yeah.
information that people can go see somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can go see that the tickets are sold out. But when they're talking to you, they want to know about the creative process.
Oh, well, yeah,
They wanna
creative
know-
process was very intensive with the neighbors, if you refer to neighbors,
Right.
due to the fact that we have so many characters.
Are you writing and directing every episode?
Oh, yeah, I do, and I have my assistant as well.
Yeah.
So I produce with me as also Andrew Buckley,
Okay.
and we have few assistants, and also we have cameramen, etc.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We're actually shooting here in Los Angeles.
But
so.
is it
It's
ever
a set, yeah.
Well, no, I realize I know it's not a real apartment building, but is it ever too much for you to be writing, producing,
Yeah,
and
I
starring
love.
2 roles?
I'm workaholic. I love to work, and that's what people don't understand. When I always say, as a director, as a producer, the more skills you have, the better.
Right.
You see, and refer to the room of the neighbors, up to you. It is tough. It's not easy, because you have to deal with any, complexity.
Yeah.
Like simple thing, lighting, or anything, So you have to be aware what's going on at the same time. Hopefully my decision is the right decision, but sometimes I make mistake too. So.
Have you ever performed on camera while someone else was directing?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did the Tim and Eric show.
That's where I was first exposed to was Tim and Eric.
Oh, okay. And this is also misleading too, because the way they say it, and again, hopefully you guys straighten down this. Tim and Eric hired me as an actor, not as a directing. There's one of the episodes they say that
they say you directed the scene.
Yeah, but this fact is that was scripted,
Right.
So also the house that drip on Alex. So I did not direct it. Somebody else directed me. I love acting,
Yeah.
But with the neighbors, I'm very touchy. I want to direct myself because I have certain feelings for it. That's my little style, different style.
How did you get hooked up with Tim and Eric? Let's go back to that.
They contact me as I'm a regular actor. I did there's some show on the not the Broadway, but in the theater, regular theater.
Okay.
So they know through the room as well. So many different styles.
But they tied it in with the room. They played clips of it on the.
Yeah.
So,
They tie because they like it,
Right.
and they enjoy it. And I'm again, I'm not the fan of Tim and Eric, but again, it's the same like Richard. They're nice people. I like to work with everybody. I don't discriminate. I love it.
Do you feel you don't see any kind of similarity between what they do and what you did with the room?
No, not at all. I mean, they what do you mean by that? Can you give me an example?
Just sort of the. You say everything in the room that people misunderstand that you did this intentionally. That
Right.
Any kind of humor that people derive from it was intentional.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the Tim and Eric model too, sort of a straight-faced initial approach that maybe people might misunderstand. So you don't see
but maybe you're right. I never thought that way. Probably you're right. Possibility. But you see, again, I learned from when I started acting as well, directing and film study, that the more colors you have, the better.
Yeah.
When I mean the color situation. See, we actors are producers of limitation. Same with you. You are talking how maybe it'll be interesting. You'll see what kind of editing you have in this clip
It's
here.
It's going to be the whole thing.
There you go.
There's no selective editing here, so you don't have to worry about anything like that.
No, I don't worry. I'm just worried.
Okay. No,
but I'm just giving you an idea. So this is the same with us.
Yeah.
We have such a limitation. That's why I'm just saying that TV network people are very important. Website, whatever else we're doing. I mean, I think that if you compare, let's compare, if you don't mind, let's compare how we did 12 years ago, release the room, how you release it now, digital format, You see, it's two different things. People don't even realize what was and what we do now.
Well, the way you value kind of a real network TV over Hulu, would releasing, say you release the room today, would releasing it on, say, VOD or on demand, would that be as prestigious to you as playing in a theater?
Actually, no. I digress, because you see, I was not forced by the requirements of Academy Awards. I don't know if you know that you have to play it in theaters 2 weeks. Yeah. But guess what? I want to release DVD so quickly, right? To get money, whatever. I couldn't do it till it's over.
Yeah.
So they put you in a certain spot, and I'm very happy. We didn't want anything, but the fact is, I'm in database. I'm very nice people too. It's again, this is the part of it where people don't understand that it is what it is, and I have a great support from people now as well. I have before, but not in different way. Let's put it this way, because again, the room, the neighbors are a little different. Cookie cutter from Hollywood,
Well, would you say overall you're happy with how people have received everything?
Yeah, I do, and I didn't expect that, to be honest with you. Like, after close to 12 years, I can say 12 months, 2 more months. We've been
12 years. We'll
we can say that. Thank you, you're kind. So we'll be talking about the room, and now we have 700 theaters. Well, so that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
If I may say that.
Okay. Well, Tommy, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thanks again.
I shouldn't do that, but the win.
Yeah, it's and this buzzsaw and everything going on in the background.
No problem.
But The Room with RiffTrax on May 6th in theaters across the country.
And also 12.
And also May 12th is an encore performance.
And also in Canada, you have May 6th.
Okay. And I asked you earlier, are you going to be at one of these screenings, or are you
on
be there
mine?
in spirit?
I don't. On my spirit will be for sure for each screening that you will see me.
But if you do show up at one, were you going to make yourself known being there? Or are you going to watch in the back in the shadows?
No, I never shine from the public. I love public. I love my fans. I never like to be. I have to be in the front, not in the back. But sometimes I'm in the back. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Tommy.
Okay.
Appreciate it.